If you look at vintage jewelry, vintage accessories, vintage clothing, the quality was completely different. There's a reason why you can shop vintage items 30 to 40 years later and that quality is still holding up. A lot of legacy brands now have that name, but the quality element is missing.
Everyone's freaking out over the fact that Dior's bags that retail for more than $2,500 only cost $57 to make.
After years of unprecedented growth, the luxury industry is now facing a string of new hurdles and challenges. Once seen as a symbol of exclusivity and wealth, high-end fashion is encountering an uphill struggle as budget-conscious shoppers turn away from luxury brands. Meanwhile, traditional customers feel increasingly turned off by the constant churn of new flamboyant designs, colors, and outfits on offer. In this video, we will be taking a look at the shift in designer and luxury fashion, which is left struggling to maintain their appeal across both emerging and traditional markets. Let's get into it. Younger shoppers seeking unique styles at more accessible price points are increasingly turning to alternative avenues like vintage and pre-owned fashion, attracted by affordability, sustainability, and a wider access to items. Meanwhile, long-time loyal customers of luxury brands are expressing frustration with recent designs, which they describe as unrefined, impractical, and excessive. This shift in direction has left them feeling disconnected from the younger customer that many luxury brands are now targeting. Since the start of 2024, the luxury fashion market has been in a state of stagnation, with consumers increasingly questioning the value of high-end products amid rising prices and declining quality. This shift presents a significant challenge for the industry, forcing brands to navigate the delicate balance between growth and modernization. This has been helped by recent reports that luxury brands have operated in unethical ways in the past. For example, designer brands that were burning excess stock to ensure items remain exclusive. Back in July 2024, LVMH was under investigation by Italian authorities regarding the working conditions at factories producing Dior handbags. Documents revealed that Dior had allegedly paid a supplier $57 to produce a handbag that retailed for $2,780, according to a Wall Street Journal report. Recently, Kering, the parent company of luxury labels like Gucci, Balenciaga, Yves Saint Laurent, and Alexander McQueen, reported disappointing earnings, with shares dropping to a 7-year low. Their operating income for the second half of the year is expected to decline by 30%, following a 42% drop in the first half. The luxury sector as a whole is feeling the pressure, with several other major players experiencing similar struggles. Kering is not alone in facing financial headwinds. LVMH, the world's largest luxury conglomerate, is also feeling the strain. Recently, LVMH sold the streetwear fashion brand Off-White to New York-based brand management company Blue Star Alliance, which is known for managing more mid-range brands, a far cry from the luxury streetwear premium status Off-White once held. With waning demand for luxury streetwear, brands within this category, such as Palm Angels, Heron Preston, Amiri, and Casablanca, have been forced to offer frequent and heavier discounts and promotions to shift stock. However, LVMH's challenges run deeper. The conglomerate is grappling with falling demand in key markets like China, where consumer confidence has plummeted. The country's economic slowdown, driven largely by a decline in the property sector, has created uncertainty, making luxury purchases less of a priority for Chinese shoppers. Globally, the luxury sector is being hit hard by the ongoing cost of living crisis. From the United States to Europe, rising inflation and high interest rates are squeezing consumers, making them more cautious about splurging on expensive designer goods. With disposable income shrinking, even affluent buyers are rethinking their spending habits, leaving luxury brands facing an uncertain future. There are a few brands that continue to dominate even during these challenging times, such as Hermes. Hermes, a brand marketed as being known for its commitment to craftsmanship and exclusivity, saw a 13% increase in sales, proving that there are still pockets of success for those who remain grounded in their core values. Miu Miu, a subsidiary of Prada, also experienced impressive growth with a 58% rise in sales last year and 90% year-over-year growth in the first quarter. This success can be attributed to Miu Miu's ability to appeal to younger, fashion-conscious customers, particularly in Asia. Despite a few exceptions, the broader luxury sector is grappling with underconsumption, shifting consumer behavior, and the growing challenge of rising prices alongside declining quality. Many consumers, particularly younger generations, are beginning to question the value of high-end fashion items. Luxury brands have steadily raised prices in recent years, partly to offset rising costs and partly to achieve new profit highs following the strong performance since the pandemic. However, many shoppers now feel the high cost of luxury goods no longer aligns with their expectations of quality, especially with the rising cost of living proving to be a significant factor for many. Retailers selling luxury brands are increasingly feeling the strain too as they navigate rising prices and waning demand. With little control over the prices set by the brands themselves, they are left with no choice but to market items at eye-watering prices. Many retailers likely share the same concern as consumers. Prices are simply becoming too high. A £300 plus t-shirt, for example, has become all too common, leaving many longtime fans of luxury fashion unimpressed. Retailers are under increasing pressure to meet strict sales targets, often resulting in more frequent discounts. While these discounts have become more generous over time as retailers struggle with stock, they risk damaging the image luxury brands have spent years cultivating. Luxury fashion relies on exclusivity, and high-end labels like Louis Vuitton and Dior are never seen on sale or discounted. However, other brands have had little choice but to start offering discounts, despite it being a taboo in luxury and designer fashion, especially for more exquisite brands like Burberry and Canada Goose. Frequent sales can undermine the perception of value and exclusivity, eroding brand equity. Customers may begin to view these items as more accessible, reducing their perceived prestige. In an industry where image is everything, this shift could have lasting consequences as retailers balance sales, margins, and brand integrity amid rising prices and economic uncertainty. The luxury industry is at a crossroads. While some brands continue to see success, the broader sector is struggling with major underconsumption, rising prices, and a decline in quality. The younger generation is seeking more sustainable, unique, and personalized fashion experiences, while the old guard of luxury brands struggles to keep up. To remain relevant, the industry must evolve, embracing innovation, sustainability, and a more personalized approach to retail. Only by doing so will it be able to navigate the challenges ahead and regain the trust of a new generation of shoppers.